Alright, so, hopefully the audio issues are fixed. I believe they are, but if there still is any, let me know in the comments. Sorry about that. But anyway, I did promise a Orechi slash mix centric run here, so that's what we're gonna try to do. I figured, I don't know. I was thinking maybe we could do Heart of the Pact. It's not like a super busted pyre, but it's just kind of solid. You know, a lot of these other ones might kind of take over the run, whereas Heart of the Pack can't really like take over a run. It's just going to provide some value. I guess the other thing we could do is like Proto Heart Cage. I guess that's also maybe okay, because maybe, you know, I am going to stand by what I say here. I think this is the best champion in the game, and I do think this is, along with the best champion, the best starter in the game, Secret Ingredient. So, like, I really shouldn't need any help from the pyre. And Heart of the Pack might, you know, it's basically a draw upgrade, so maybe we'll just do Proto Heart Cage here. I also was thinking maybe I should choose the secondary clan, because if I do get something like Under Legion, it's going to trivialize the run. Under Legion and Lazarus just pair so well together that the normal shenanigans I would need to do with Mix just don't need to happen. So I could choose something like Stygian or something that doesn't necessarily provide a whole lot of synergy. I mean, I still might do Stygian things here. You know, I'm not going to force myself to only use Lazarus just for the sake of it, but I feel like, so at least hopefully a portion of the run allow me to show off why I think that this champ is good and why I think Secret Ingredient is good. So we'll go ahead and get into it here. So Orechi, I think, had all three paths. Is kind of a rare champ in that I really think all three paths are just about equally powerful and viable on pretty much any run. So it looks like we got Entropy here, which is going to be sapping us. We really don't care about that. But the main problem here is it will hurt our draw a little bit, which we do care about, and there will be silence enemies, which we may care about. Then we got Spikes, Kale. That can be annoying. Kind of a weird fight. It's like pretty easy most of the time, but then if you have a really slow scaling or you lack front-loaded damage deck, and you leak the first wave, you just die. Though I suppose with this pyre, maybe we could eke out a survive. It would be tight, but at least this pyre has good stats, so it's good in that regard. And then we got the Pyre Hunter, which is kind of middle of the road Archeon. We'll probably be looking at some damage. Lazarus, I don't know that I typically run 3 floors with. And then, yeah, the multi-strike could be annoying. It might proc my reanimate more than I want to. We don't always have to do a reanimate build, though. We start with Pincushion, which I don't love to see with the non-exiled Lazarus starter. However, I don't mind seeing it from the very start because I can build into it. Plus, we're starting with 2 potion kits, so it's really not all that bad. The only question is how much do I want to build into this thing? Pincushion definitely is worth like sinking something into. Not the best to see ring 1 though. Well, not the best in the context of fighting your ring 1 fight. And Energy Siphon's not a very good starter, but potion kit's really good. Anyway, let's just see. Let's see what we got here and go from there. Okay. So I'm leaning toward Reanimator. I don't know, though. We do have a lot of incant. We have the 0 cost energy siphons. We will have additional incant, kind of, with the potion kit. And obviously, Secret Ingredient is really good for incant. There's kind of two ways I would go about secret ingredient, and they'd be vastly different between the two of these paths. You know, if I'm going the incant path, I'm not really going to mix additional times. I'm just going to spam mix and then play the first mixed card typically, just so I get 2 incants out of 1 card. Whereas with Reanimator, I'm fishing for green and wanting to stay in green as long as I can until I don't have to be anymore. And the reason for that, I'll get into that once we start, but I need to make a choice right now before we get too far down the line here. I mean, my initial thing is Spike's Kale. Definitely Mad Scientist would be better into that. It's way more front-loaded damage than Reanimator. Reanimator takes a little bit to get going. Mad Scientist is worse into Entropy, though, because my draw is a little hurt, and there's the silence enemies, which I would have to deal with before they get to me. Which may not be an easy thing. Sometimes it is, but is not always. So, very endgame, Mad Scientist is worse. But, the mid-game, which might be more scary than the end-game, it would be better. And it might synergize more with what I got going on here. You know, just spam mix. I will say it doesn't show off what I wanted to show off as much, though, so that's why I'm kind of leaning toward Reanimator, but am I just doing that to force a build rather than adapting to the best situation at hand? Maybe I'll do Incant for now. It's also just a better, probably ring 1 through 3. And we got a guy that's not going to be that good in the first 3 rings, Pincushion. He needs a few rounds of spamming the potion kit on him to really get going. So I think we'll go Mad Scientist. I'll show Reanimator another day. I will say this, I typically prefer Reanimator. I think it's just a little more flexible in what I can get out of it. I kind of have to force using this guy when I go this path, but that's fine. Darn. They're both really good. This would have probably been better for the other path. The Progress Pacemaker would have been better for the Reanimator path because it just helps us dig a little bit more for more reanimates, but it's still okay. Frenzy Stasia. It's basically, if you get enough equipment, it's like an Ember upgrade. We already have 2 of them, and we're frequently going to want to play them. But I think the Pacemaker probably wins here, even though it's like, you know, maybe not fitting what we're going to do. We don't know exactly what we're going to do yet, so we'll see here. Draw -1 each turn. That can be annoying. This guy can be annoying too, but that should be fine. Alright, I definitely want the Pincushion up top so I can give it some time to find those potions. And I do think we're going to greed those out. The only question is, where do I put Orechi? I mean, I'm kind of thinking bottom, because in the name of trying to kill the collectors, then again, like with Secret Ingredient and the Potion Kit, I don't think I'm going to have trouble killing the collectors. If I put them on the main floor, is that weird? It is a bit weird. It doesn't make use of the space so well. So we know these need to go. Like, does one need to go with him? I mean, no matter what, I'm not going to use the space well on one of these floors, it looks like. The boss also does come in with some rage. Let's see, 999. I think we go mid with this. The only other thing I'm thinking is like, if I put him down here, he will give rage to the boss, but most likely. But I kind of want a spear steward behind Orechi. I don't know. Maybe just go like this. This is probably fine. The spear stewards are just going to have to be a waste here. Alright, we start with that. That's nice. So we're going to... I guess I could still explain mix. So it's going to be a little different because my first mix is going to get 2 mixes, but you know, the same principle still applies. Basically, I will have 4 different colors to choose, or 4 different possible colors, and I'm only going to get offered 2 of them on my initial mix: green, red, blue, and purple. Each of those just does one initial thing. Green's going to be regen, red's going to be rage, blue's going to be unstable, and purple's going to be sap. The thing is, then once you're in that color, you can choose to just stay in it, and then your choices narrow down to 3 choices instead of 4. And they're different, so they're more specific to the color that you're in. So like if you want to fish for reanimate, you want to be in green, because green, the choices are regen, spikes, or reanimate. So, you know, you have to hit your first 50-50 to eventually get the color that you want. And then past that, you're now down to a 2 out of 3 to get the choice that you want. And usually you want to set it up so that multiple of the choices are okay for you, so that you don't really have a miss, so to speak. So let's go ahead and mix here and see what we get. Okay. This is generally what I don't like to see, but we'll make do with it. So we're going to somewhat waste the pacemaker here, because here's my thing. I do want the blue here just because it's... I mean, I wanted green or red definitely over these, but it's okay. Green or red is actual scaling on my units, whereas this is like these 2 colors are for debuffing the enemy. Purple is more useful if I want to stall out or put melee weakness on a tank, because my additional options here would be melee weakness and root. Root is typically what I would fish for if I'm wanting to go the purple route. You know, usually I'm just trying to keep a tank there for an extra turn so that I can kill it. Whereas blue, I'm usually just looking to kill the squishies or get a collector. The problem with blue is I don't really care about the additional choices, because with blue the additional choices are frostbite and just a spell damage hit, which if you think about what I'm going to do right here, none of those are relevant whatsoever, because there's a tank, and if I use the frostbite or the spell damage, I would have to put it on the tank for it to even do anything, because it's just wasted if I put it on the 1 HP backliners. However, the unstable wants to go on the backliners to kill them immediately so that they don't attack my mid floor here, right? So it's like it's basically a waste somewhat of this artifact for me to pick blue here. However, I also think it's a waste just to not pick it, because I don't really want to root or melee weakness the tank, and I don't care about sapping it, so we're just going to do this. Long story short, and we'll do the unstable 10. This is at least the one option that doesn't completely go to waste. It's an extra 5 damage, which may or may not be relevant, but let's do that. Because like I said, if I put the unstable here, it's not going to kill the backliners. And we'll try one more time. What I do want to do is start stacking red or green. For ring 1, I may want to just stack red. Also, I should say, before I get too sidetracked, because I went this version of Orechi, I also have somewhat of an incentive to maybe not even stay in a color and stack it, and instead just spam whatever with secret ingredient. That way I get 2 incants out of it. But right now, since there's nobody on my floor, we might as well just hold one of these. Red is going to be better here. Typically, I'm looking for green, but like I said, red is more impactful in the early rings, plus with this variant of Orechi, the incant one, Rage is better for me to spam, because 2 regen's kind of shitty, but 4 Rage is not that shitty. And then we could either do 10 damage or just get this out of the redraw. By the time the boss comes in 3 waves, so 3 times 4, we have a draw. Our draw is fucked because of the trial. We won't even redraw the deck until the boss is here, and we're only going to redraw 2 of the cards. So normally, whereas the Spear Steward might be better here, I think I'm just going to hit him with the Frozen Lance because we have the draw downgrade, and it doesn't really matter that much to redraw our deck. Now, we do have options here. The greedier play, and I think the correct play, is we just replay the potion kit on this unit. You typically would want to play the potion kit on a different unit. That way I'm getting different cooldowns so that I can get extra mixes. However, here, I don't really care because I actually do want to just get this pincushion and extra 3/3 permanent stats. And I get to immediately mix again, which is nice. That way we don't waste our progress pacemaker this turn. So it's just a good play. Now, we have a few options here. I can play this now. I will get an extra incant of 4, which I don't think is going to be super relevant here. And if I stay in it, what am I trying to say? If I stay in it, I have more of a chance to keep getting Rage, or I could get Damage Shield. I probably wouldn't care about Lifesteal because I do want to stack up my Orechi to kill the boss. So I think I am going to stay in red here. I don't think I need extra incants. I got the Frozen Lance anyway. And, okay, Damage Shield or Rage. Those are both of the things that I'm looking for. Let's see, it's the Rage boss. I think I'm going to get better value out of the Rage right now over the Damage Shield. So I think my priority right now is I'll take Rage if I see it. And if I don't see the Rage, I'll take the Damage Shield. Like in this case, I'll take the Damage Shield. Normally I'm looking for Lifesteal, because normally I'm throwing this on a frontliner. But right now it's just my Shield Stewards are my frontliners, and it's going to be kind of wasted on them. So we're just going to put it in a damn shield. And then the only question is, obviously we're going to play one of these, and I need to, I could play it here, and then that takes care of the Collector, and it takes care of the Fallen Champion, more or less. And I could just keep this now. But if I did want to kill him, I'm going to have to play one more of these, or I'm going to have to play this. I kind of think, because this is not that threatening of a floor, that I'm going to hold it for now and just do this. I mean, it's threatening it to my my dude here, but maybe I should be going Lifesteal. I've only got 1 damage shield so far, so it's not a complete waste. The thing I'm thinking about is, like, there are going to be 2 of these guys in front of the boss, and that would waste my damage shield if my Spear Steward's dying. Alright, this is what I'm going to do. I do want to hit these guys with a blue, but like we said, I don't want my blue to get mixed twice, so I'm going to first mix for red. I'm going to do it on this floor so that I apply all of that there. I'm going to go Rage. The thing I know for sure that I want is Rage, so I'm going to keep hitting Rage here. I think I'm going to play it now. I do want to hit these guys with blue because I do want to hit the other floor with blue as well. That way my damage shield isn't wasted. Alright, we didn't hit it here. Kinda sucks. Sucks that we didn't get red either. This is kind of our 1 out of 4 low roll. It's gonna happen often when you're mixing a lot. I just gotta think what's better for us here. I think it's regen. The thing is, as long as this guy... I'm going to just play it because I want a fresh mix. I don't want to mix on green. Basically, I'm just trying to make sure that I don't waste my damage shield here. So this still has one more on the cooldown. Let's go ahead and do this. Kind of shitty to get it this again, but waste our progress pacemaker. However, I'm absolutely fine with this, and this is completely wasted, unfortunately. But we'll just do it. I'm just gonna do this here. Do that. Hit him once. This is fine though, because now my damage shield is not wasted, so we're gonna be a-okay here. We really hope to get red here. We got it. And we're just going to take Rage or Damage Shield, and that should end this guy's life. Alright, we got it. Okay, these are some choices. All of them have reasons to be taken. Twisted Assistant would give me an extra equipment for pincushion. Granted, it does suck that it would make my, I would sometimes have to probably replace a potion kit and then stick without it, but it's not the end of the world. It's also a little, grafted units are a little bit slower and more resource intensive at getting your equipment to the pincushion. But Twisted Assistant is really good. The other assistant here is really good too. Now I like this because we've seen how good this unit can be, right? And before I was saying, right now we don't have big reasons to fish for green, but we would have good reasons to fish for green if we had an overworked assistant. I can eventually put that under the floor with Orechi. Eventually, the pincushion can be statted enough that it can also go on the floor with Orechi. Then we got one pip left over for the overworked assistant to eventually, whenever it gets found, slot right in there. And then the Forevermore Serum is just a solid card. It's not a card that I can necessarily build around, and I think I would take that if I thought that I was going to go to the Merchant of Magic here. But I don't think I am. I often will go to Merchant of Magic with Orechi because he's strong enough to take on Ring 2 without the need of a Merchant of Steel. But because we got the pincushion, and I don't know that this variant of Orechi is not necessarily good at killing bosses. It's okay. I'm kind of leaning toward Overwork Assistant here. The thing is, Overwork Assistant gives me duality as a high roll. I can also just slap Reanimate as a low upgrade onto it. We already have Multi-Strike for the pincushion would be good. Titanite for the pincushion would be okay. So it increases my spread of what can be good, whereas like Twisted Assistant doesn't really want any upgrades necessarily. And Forevermore Serum has a Calcified Ember attached to it as well, so I'm pretty sure everything's telling me to go the Overworked Assistant route. I will say though, like, it's so nice to hit the Merchant of Magic because you can just cost reduce some secret ingredients, and maybe Spell Chain is pretty good. But yeah, if I go Merchant of Magic here, I really need to hit the Forevermore Serum, and I don't know, if I low roll on the Stygian unit, I'm going to be fucked. So I think we have to commit to the Merchant of Steel here. Probably skip these. You notice they have made some changes to the original clans here, like Cuddlehex is now a 0-cost common. I'm not a huge fan of that change, to be honest. I think it just further curses the starts of Stygian by having additional units in your starts. But, I don't know. There's nothing I would really want to permafrost here. And I will say this also about Monster Train 2. I typically don't mind a fat deck, but if I'm going to add something like Overworked Assistant, then I I do need to be a little bit more stingy about what I add, because bottom decking the card is pretty rough if I'm relying on it. I'm not currently relying on it, it's just sort of there. A lot of times it doesn't end up being part of your main game plan. But I don't know, none of these are really enticing me, they're just not that good. Definitely going left here, and there's a lot of good Lazarus units, whereas I don't think there's a lot of good Stygian units. Okay, we got the dualism, but we should check the unit first, because I don't know, there's not necessarily too many Lazarus units that benefit from dualism that would eat it over the assistant, but I guess we'll just see for good measure. What was the other one? Quick? Yeah, quick. I think quick sucks, but the only unit that would want it already has it, which is Test Subject Alpha. Okay, Hulking Mass technically is a user of dualism pretty well, and that would open up spikes. It would definitely open up spikes. It also definitely secures Relentless. So we would get 80 initial armor along with 80 reanimated armor. That's going to kill any Relentless in the game. So if we pick that up, I don't think I could in good faith take the dualism on that over the assistant though, to be honest. You know, I don't know that I like that. Whereas the Plague Doctor is just solid extra damage. Unfortunately, it does not use dualism. I feel like it should, but it doesn't. Such a good unit to throw your rage stacks on. We don't necessarily have big direction right now. We have a lot of stuff that's competing with one another. I'm leaning toward the Plague Doctor, but I could be up Fuck Creek here without a paddle if I yeah, I'm just trying to think how I beat the boss if I don't take this hulking mask. Because if I take Plague Doctor and I run into like Spike's boss, we could have some issues. Even if I dualism the Overworked Assistant, I could just bottom deck it, and then or I could just not roll green, and that's going to be a problem. Conversely, even like Elobor the Wall could be an issue because I just won't have enough stats for it to kill it. The Elobor the Wall, I mean, Ring 2 bosses, this version of Orechi does not deal with very well. So that's why I'm like, I could take the Hulking Mask and just not put dualism on it and still put dualism on the Overworked Assistant. I think that's like acceptable as well. You know, just run it up top with a pincushion. I could stack even just one and reanimate on it, and that's probably good enough. Plague Doctor's so much damage though. If I don't take the Plague Doctor, I'm going to have a lot of damage with this Overworked Assistant, though. I think we take the mass, but we go dualism on this. And do I reroll here? It's an expensive reroll, but I'm guaranteed to get reanimate, which is really nice, because then I'll have... You know, I'm already getting 2 reanimate on him, but I'll actually have 4 reanimate to start with. Do I have an early Hell Vent, I wonder? If I have an early Hell Vent, I might just re-roll this right now. I mean, there's a Merchant of Steel here as well. I do have an early Hell Vent right there. And right there. And right there. Wow. I should have thought of all that before I went through all this. That to me definitely says I should just roll here. Because, yeah, we want to do that. Now it's just going to come in with 4 reanimate. It gives me so much more leeway with with low rolling on my mixes. I can also do this if I think I need it. I don't think I do. Alright, I think we're fine now. Overworked Assistant should be our damage carry at the moment. It is elbow the wall, so I'm glad that I took this. I think we're still gonna go with a setup. You know, I could low roll and bottom deck the dude, but at that point, I think we should be able to get through this fight by stacking reanimate on the hulking mask. Alright, we did get this guy. Do I put him in front, I wonder? I feel like I do. We're gonna put this here. Yeah, we're gonna fish for reanimate and just settle for spikes if we don't. This is why we put him in front, because I will stack a certain amount of spikes on him, but also I want him to die as many times as possible to proc his damage. I don't want to incant yet though, because I don't want to waste a reanimate stack here, so we're just going to hit down here twice. But yeah. Okay, I think we still keep putting stats on the pin cushion. I think that's okay to do. I could spam incants, but then I won't be able to fish for reanimate, so I'm going to fish for reanimate still and not hit it. Keep in mind, I have a 2 out of 3 to hit reanimate as I stay in green. So even though we have found an equal amount of spikes and reanimate so far, over time I should find more reanimate than spikes. I could play this here if I thought I needed to kill this, but this guy's going to kill himself anyway up here. That might still be worth me playing it now, though. Yeah, the conundrum here that with in-camp is normally I would just want to sit in green for as long as I can, so that I don't have to hit that initial 50-50 and I can just keep rolling a 2 out of 3 instead of a 50-50. You know, just make the odds better in my favor to find the reanimate. Plus I have, you know, the first, even finding that first 50 is not an actual reanimate stack. So I think we just stay in green and don't replay it here. You really just want to only play when you see that you're about to die, or if you need to kill the enemy, right? We're still living here. This is why I fished, by the way, and spent 75 entire bucks to re-roll just to get that extra reanimate. Because look, I would have to play this now if I had the thing. I forgot that I reapplied that, so I need to do that here. Now we're getting some reanimate stacks. No sense taking that damage. I think we're going to be fine with the boss. See, now that I'm out of reanimate, I will have to finally blow it here, but that's fine. So now we went as long as we could. We actually found an equal amount of spikes in reanimate, so technically the odds were against us, but not horribly. You know, you will have some good and some bad RNG when you do this. I'm going to do this just to get more unstable. Alright, we're currently only hitting him. Let's go ahead and just hit him there. Okay, do I want rage or unstable? I think rage will give me more damage here, so I'll go rage. Plus, yeah, just more rage. And that'll do it. This boss is kind of fucking overtuned in my opinion. I forget if it was a prod or beta patch, but they added like damage shield and resolve and all this stuff, and I'm just like, man, this guy is like way too hard for a Ring 2 boss, but you know what, it's fine. Okay, It's Alive you usually want to take if you have a unit like Test Subject Alpha or the Plague Doctor that you actually want to scale, but we just don't have that. You know, so it would still be good on like the pin cushion, I think, but not enough for me to even consider it when it has a Calcified Ember attached. I think we just take the Forever More Serum here. This is just a solid bread and butter card, like I said, and nice thing about it is if I need like just 1 or 2 reanimate stacks, you know, I can double stack it maybe, or consumer move it, but you know, I can stay in my mix and still get some reanimate. So like that other turn where I needed to play my reanimate because I was about to die, it might just give me another turn to stay in green and keep fishing for more reanimate stacks, if that makes sense. So we're definitely taking Fairmore Serum here. Might as well take the offering token. It's a free incant, and we just dig, and I can throw away a Vengeful Shard if anything. Okay, left or right? If I go right and get some Pyre health, which is nice, I'm not going to be able to hit that, because I'm probably hitting this, and I'm hitting that. This has Pyre health attached, but you know, we may not hit much other Pyre health, so that's one consideration. Pyre health is important. Left, I can get another Lazarus unit, which is probably not super needed. I already got the upgrades I want on Overwork Assistant. It would just be like multi-strike and Pincushion. I don't know that Pincushion's really going to be too relevant on this run. We're still going to keep stacking it as much as we can, unless I really think I need to play my potion kits on 2 different units to maximize my mixes, which maybe I do in the upcoming fight, I don't know. But yeah, I don't know. It's not too important for me to like get multi-strike on Pincushion currently. It's still pretty middling stats, and I don't know that it will ever get to that big of stats, because I don't know that I would add much more equipment. And if I did, I'd have to go here anyway, right? I'd have to go to the Merchant of Arms anyway. Another thing about the Merchant of Arms is there's just some pretty good equipment I could get. Like, I could get, I don't even know if there is, because some of the equipment that's pretty good just isn't really that needed for me. Like, I could get the Organ Harvester, but I'm not actually killing units directly with the Overwork Assistant, so it's like, am I even really gonna get stacks out of it? I will with the spikes sometimes. In the endgame I will, because in the endgame the squishies are in front, so I can get a little bit of spikes on the Overwork Assistant, and it has a dualism, so it would gain 2 stacks reanimate, so I guess it is fine to search for that. There's also some rooms, like, I wouldn't really care about the reanimation room that gives stats on reanimate, but I might care about the electricity room, which gives spikes on reanimate, which would be dualized too. I think everything's telling me to go to the right here. And we won't take the health yet. We might as well check the alcove out first. Okay, Boiler Room is also really good. I don't think the Bloodthirsty Blade's going to get many stacks here. Hall of Mirrors could be good. I could get 2 Orechis. I mean, I have enough money to do all of this. So I could do, for instance, 90 plus 75. That's 165. 205. I have enough to buy all 3, the 2 rims and the deployable. So what I would do is I would deployable the Hall of Mirrors. Then I can play 2 Orechis. The only problem then is I need to then draw the Boiler Room before my Overwork Assistant so that I can get my pip space back. But at that point, you know, that's pretty good. Kind of feel like that's a bit win more though. Like, I really don't need 2 Orechis to win here. Now, 2 Overwork Assistants might be fine. I mean, I don't have to have a floor with Orechi and Overwork Assistant on it. You know, it's certainly nice to have all of that synergy, but I could also just have 2 Overwork Assistants on a floor. I could also just take the Boiler Room and not worry about Hall of Mirrors, because Hall of Mirrors just isn't really that needed for me to win, but the Boiler Room isn't needed, but there's no downside to it, whereas there is downside to the Hall of Mirrors. And it's more expensive, both to play and buy. I think we just take the Boiler Room. I do need to put deployable on something, but I'm gonna check this. I'm gonna check this first. know what I would... I don't think I would want that on the Overwork Assistant. Do I? Would be honestly nice to fly it around in some cases. The main thing is I don't actually want the health increase, but I guess what I could do here is just not search for additional ones and take it now with the lowest amount of health. I mean, I will say with only 10 health, it's not too bad for me. I mean, I'm gaining 8 unstable per incant. The nice thing is, like, with me able to fly, it means, like, I could do things like have it fly... You know, the Hall of Mirrors starts to look better, right? Because I can just Hall of Mirrors some floor I don't care about. And then it gives me a lot of flexibility. I think we just take the default one here. And this should work out somehow. I don't know how yet, but I know it's gonna hopefully do something. I don't know. Do I want to do the Hall of Mirrors? I mean, it's still useful to me no matter what, right? To put the flight here, but if I do this, I kind of have to make it deployable. And if I do that, then I have no money for this Merchant of Magic. And I guess there's a boons with it. I think I'm just going to make this deployable. And Hall of Mirrors, what do I do with that? I just don't think I use it here. It seems a little fancy for what I'm trying to do here. It's like I don't need it. Alright, we should also be able to fly our dude around if we have to. I think we're still going pincushion at top. I don't know if Orechi's gone bottom in this fight, though. I feel like we're going mid still. Now I have a little bit of flexibility here. I think because we want to find Overwork Assistant quicker, Archaon's guaranteed to come up top, so I'm just going to put that guy there. I don't care about Hulking Mask in this fight. Hulking Mask. Okay, we top decked it. That's great. Alright, we got our double mix. Unfortunate, but whatever. So I'll go with that. Could have prevented 6, but I didn't think it was like super worth. I also probably should have played this guy down there and just put the Hulking Mask here, but it's okay. I should have also incanted there. Oops. It's fine. Let's see, 19. We'll incant one more time. Alright, he went bottom. That's actually good for us. Animate. Spikes. Spikes. I guess we're taking damage. That's fine. We're at full pyre health anyway. Doing that just for the incant. Stack up our boy here. Could fly him to the back also if I ever wanted to. See, this is a perfect example of it, by the way. I didn't have to blow this now because I had that card. Do I want to keep stacking this guy, or in this fight should I maximize my mixing? I don't see how Pincushion's going to pop off here. I think we just maximize the mixing. Let's not risk it. Getting pretty unlucky so far with the reanimate stacks, but what are you going to do? Still no need to fly anywhere. Suppose if he comes back bottom after this, I could fly him to the bottom. We are going to have to put reanimate on now. Unless I wanted to put him to the back, but I don't. Let's see, 788. Yeah, that's fine. We'll put you down. I guess we'll put him here. There's no sense not to, right? he did go bottom. I only have one reanimate stack right now. I don't think I'll fly him to the bottom then. I think we've... damn, we're just continuing to low roll here. Well, that's fine. Let's... we have some issues here because... now I can't get the thing. Well, I could. I'd have to hit a 50-50 into a 2 out of 3 just to get one more reanimate. I think it's fine. I mean, I'm clearing anyway. I think we just get damage shield at this point. If I can. And I could move him to the back. But yeah, that's probably better right now. Alright, we got green. So unlucky with the I mean, how many times have I missed a 1 out of... You know, it's a 1 out of 3 I'm low rolling here over and over and over again. Well, that is going to be rough. I think we're going to have to... I broke the... I fucked up the fly, too. Well, hopefully we can get enough out of this. Okay. Let's do this first, see if we can get a reanimate stack. Can't even get it. Alright, damage shield's not very useful here. So you're at 23. I guess we want to put the hulking mass up here. Wait. I don't think it's in my interest to put the rage there. I'm going to play this now so that I get more rage. Oh my god, dude. Alright, well, our other route here is we try to just sap the fuck out of this piece of shit. Which I think we do need to do. I think that's probably how we have our best shot here. Alright, melee weakness, I guess. Well, definitely some bullshit. I mean, insanely bad luck, but that's just how it goes sometimes with mixing. We're still going to get through it, it looks like. 18 damage. 45. Yeah, I should barely get through this, but that sucks. I mean, it's like... I'm not going to say I played perfectly. Like, I probably didn't... I didn't need to fly that one turn. And I probably shouldn't have. So that was probably the big misplay. But also, like, how many 1 out of 3s and 50-50s can we lose in one fight? You know, whatever. Still get through it. Just really don't think we should have took any fire damage that fight, but it is what it is. These are some good cards. They're all Stygian. I would have preferred Lazarus to show off Lazarus stuff, but you know what? I'm not going to complain too much when there's these cards. I'm pretty sure it's Siren Song. Siren Song is incredibly useful. You'll notice that the Pyres just do a lot more attack in Monster Train 2, so a card that was already pretty good in Monster Train 1 is just that much better in Monster Train 2, so we'll take that. It's also just going to be really useful to, like, hit the flying bosses with it. Okay, our Incant deck has some options here. Eel Gorgon is some interesting synergy with the enemy silence enchanters. You can actually use that to your advantage sometimes. Also, you can just find Stoic Plate, and it's pretty good on Eel Gorgon. And you could maybe buff him up with some Rage. There's also Plague Doctor, which I do have the space to play. I don't know that I can really put much red on him, though, when our focus really is going to be on Overwork Assistant getting green. Which makes me also not really want to take the Eel Gorgon, if I'm being honest. The Siren of the Sea would be the only thing to take here, I think. And I probably should take it. I feel like I'm, again, getting a little too fancy by not taking it. Am I, though? It's not that... It is a little bit better, you know, than it was in Monster Train 1 on paper. In practice, I don't know that it's that good, though. You know, 3/3 on incants, it's okay. When I'm already trying to incant the floor a lot. I think I will take it. And we got the Boiler Room, so we really don't need an Ember upgrade, I don't think. So it's probably just draw. And I am going to Hellvent the Overworked Assistant here. I think. We'll see. Oh, I got Spell Chain. Okay. Got options here. I mean, it's good on the Siren Song. It's always going to be good on Secret Ingredient, especially when I'm pairing it with the Ember Grade. It's fine on Forevermore Serum as well, especially if you compare it with Consume Remove. I would say, given with what our deck is, it's actually best on Secret Ingredient. So we're going to do that, and it honestly becomes a Hellvent target as well now. I don't know that it wins out over just, you know, the actual unit there. What else is here? There's, yeah, just money. So I already took the money probably. Holy Stone, definitely not super worth it on one cost cards, but it can be if you have an excess of money. I wouldn't say we have an excess of money. But if I wanted to not reroll, I should probably buy it, I would say, because I did take some Pyre Health. It would probably heal me like 10 over the course of a run, typically, if I bought this. It's like, do I want to pay $100 to gain 10 Pyre Health? Probably not, because I'm guaranteed some good Pyre Health here. There's trinkets, a Hellvent, Empyrean Well, dupe, you know, whatever you want to call it, duper. And then that, so that Pyre Remains is happening for sure. The other one, though, might not. It's still okay. It's got a Vortex, but the Merchant of Steel is almost certainly not good at that point. If I re-roll, Double Stack and Consume Remove are what I'm looking for on the Forevermore Serum. I would actually settle for Permafrost on the Siren Song as well. I think all of these are better than Holy Stone, so let's re-roll. We're guaranteed something good. Alright. Double stack or intrinsic. Could also double stack the Siren Song, but I think Siren Song already does what it needs to do. I could intrinsic the Siren Song if I want, but I'm pretty sure double stack on the Forevermore Serum is just more useful to me. So we'll do that. And I could just pseudo remove a Frozen Lance. I almost like this better than the Surge Stone because it's just free. I think it's worth my money. Could also do the other one as well, but yeah, because I mean, I'm really not going to spend money at the next ring, almost certainly. So I think this is also fine. Let's do that. We have options to flex here. I don't know though, Mad Scientist gets really good with additional ranks. But Reanimator's pretty good too. I think we just stick with Mad Scientist. And for Hellvent, think right now we want to do the overworked assistant. If I run into like dire defenses, I really need this unit to come out quick. I don't really have much damage outside of my champion at that right now, and the siren song. So I think we dupe that instead of secret ingredient. But probably here I would do the secret ingredient. We'll see. This alcove probably will determine what I'm going to do. Alright, not the best boss to see with my incant deck, but he's also just not that hard. Dire Defense is definitely the hardest fucking group, though. But Multi-Strike actually not too scary to me. It's only scary if I leak. But I made a Hell Vent to hopefully not leak, so we'll see. I definitely have the option to set up top for this fight, which with dire defenses maybe we want to just give myself the maximum amount of time to find those overwork assistants. Yeah, I think we do that. Put you here. There. Alright. Bad opener. I think in the name of saving pyre health, I'm gonna do that. Don't have a lot of pyre health to spare. Alright, I'm definitely glad I hell vented that unit because, as we can see, I'm not having a great time. Oh, I forgot I have the Siren of the Sea. I should be incanting up there. Okay. Didn't really want to draw this. It's like I'm bottom decking both of these and the potion kit, and I'm getting the Forever More Serum on before those, but whatever. We may need to stall these motherfuckers. I think I have to. I really cannot take a multi-strike to the face here. One there's good enough. Hopefully we can get green. Can't. Just take out a backliner in the meantime then. Alright, finally got green. Did not get my 2 out of 3. I will Frozen Lens because I'm pretty sure I need this Forever More Serum. Alright. I think it'd be pretty greedy to try to get the Collector here. I could get it though. Definitely get it. I think I'm also just not gonna... Well, we know this is happening no matter what. The question is, I can just start doing this as I think this out. Yeah, screw the pin cushion. I'm putting both things on these units. Wow, Seed. Just does not want me to get reanimate stacks. Yeah, I given how bad I'm low rolling here, I really don't think I can greed for this. Let's just do this. Hit you. Like, I really don't want to leak at all. Oops, that's fine. I haven't recanted yet. Okay, reanimate. Reanimate. So what I want to do is put this guy onto the floor. We're still going to stack the guy in front, though, because he does have more unstable currently. If I can help it. I'm going to play it here because, well, I should only play it if it's going to save me 12. This is going to be an annoying calculation to make, so I will get 8 extra unstable times 4. Yeah, okay, it's not that annoying. We're just going to have to do it because I don't want to take 12 here. It's fine. This would be a good example, you know. Okay, this should just kill them, so I can save here pretty well. Yeah, Siren Song to the rescue, and now I don't have to waste stacks. Of course, we on our pacemaker don't get the green. That's why I didn't want to blow it if I didn't have to, but such is life. Put that here, I guess, because it'll help with the boss. I do want to dig for green, though, so that I can get my double pacemaker on green, guaranteed. Put you at the bottom. Get in the can there, do that. Alright, we got this fucker. I am owed many reanimates. I think we're already going to kill the boss, so now it's going to give me a bunch of reanimates when I don't need them, of course. I need to do this. The dude in the back is dying, but I don't care. Sometimes you do want to maybe try to spread your reanimates around. I just don't have enough reanimates to go around. Don't want to incant too much, I suppose, so we'll just let it be there. Probably could have spammed the incants there anyway. Okay, it's interesting. These are definitely some good cards. Faulty Body will always be fine. That's just a nice extra spike of 40 damage. The only downside there... I get so much unstable that I don't know that it's really that necessary. My main problem right now is just getting reanimate stacks. So you would take this... I would take this if I was very solid on my reanimate stacks, but maybe less solid on my ability to apply unstable. So I don't think it's Faulty Body. It also would have been nice if like I had gone Dualism on Hulking Mask and stuff. I also kind of would want to double stack it though, or consume remove it, and I don't have a Merchant of Magic coming up for a while, if at all. I could just take the Replicator Ray. It comes with the Ember, which sucks. But, you know, then I can do some pretty nutty stuff at that point. You know, it's the potion kits are okay, but I could do like... Then I can double my Orechi pretty easily, and that's pretty good. Or I could just put it on one of the units. I would remove their flight, but whatever, and I could just duplicate it after I've already stacked it up with a bunch of reanimate and unstable. That's good too. And then there's just Horrify. Don't care about the retreat. That's mainly to like maybe stop Kale. I don't know. I already got the Siren Sunk, so it's probably not Horrify. I could even just use that on Dominion, the Titan. I think it's Replicator Ray. I think that is the card. Don't really have any spell damage, so probably not Urshan Spines. And Speckless Stygian, I guess they never buffed that card. They definitely should have, because it sucks. Yeah, I'm not taking that. Even with the Boiler Room, I don't think I'm taking that. And then Glacial Seal, at least it's a 1 cost now, but it still sucks. I'm not taking that. I already have Glacial Seal at home. It's called Orechi, and he's way better. Yeah, we're just going to go left here. There's pretty good stuff on the right. You know, I would love to get some more upgrades, and maybe an artifact and a free equipment, but there's also a cavern on the left. The steel probably is not too useful to me. We'll check it anyway, but the hell vent mainly is what I'm after. Reanimate. I could just stick a reanimate on the hulking mass. I could take this multi-strike on Siren of the Sea. It's okay. I probably will take the multi-strike. It's not super good, but it's okay. Okay. Pretty late to find this event. Didn't realize you could find it at Ring 5. Well, it's probably not going to be the spell event, or probably not the spell thing. But, I generally like a large box, but the Jack-in-the-Box here I'm feeling. It's like I can just put the 2 overworked assistants into it, and then whatever else. I'm trying to think what else. Probably the Siren of the Sea, I guess. I actually don't know. The only problem is, like, it can suck. It's like, it seems good, right? But I don't know. Keep in mind, I can immediately give it health, so that's good. But keep in mind, like, I am facing Spike's Kale, or Spike's Kale, and Entropy, which has Silence. So, you know, it's on Resolve that I summon the box unit, so I have to wait for the first turn to even go by, and then sometimes I'm still not getting the unit, so, like, I have Boiler Room, so I can definitely afford to take double draw. I mean, if I think about, like, that I'm probably not adding necessarily too many more cards to the deck, and I'm probably thinning cards out of the deck, like, with double draw, I'm getting to overwork at least 1 over assistant, which I only really need to get to 1. Usually within a turn or 2, whereas, like, I could, in some situations with Jack-in-the-Box, take until turn 3 to even see the overwork assistant. To go to turn 3 with my double draw upgrade and not see overwork assistants, you know, of which I have 2 right now, would be less likely, right? And I could just get more, and I could still, I don't know. The large mystery box is so nice because, like, think about the hits I could get. I could get a Tome of Horrors. I could get just a Forevermore Serum. I could get Mixology. I could get even an Organ Harvester. You know, like I said, I can use spikes to get stuff, or just any equipment at all to make the replicator way work, right? Plus, I have a lot of extra Ember with the Boiler Room. Not yet, but I will. You know, as more enemies come into play. I like the mystery box, I think, as I almost always do. You know, even in this situation, it's better. So I think $90. This is probably worth it. Just because I don't want to take too many chances of Spike Scale. And I don't think I need to reroll or anything here. Just adding some health here to survive an initial hit from some flying boss or something. Don't need endless. And now for Hellvent, I'm leaning toward this secret ingredient. It is my best overall way to stack Reanimate, other than the Forevermore Serum. You know, this obviously is a better way to stack it directly, but it's less incants and it's a one and done. You know, I haven't gotten Consume Remove on it, and I probably never will because I don't know that I'm hitting another Merchant of Magic. I kind of lead toward this. It's more incants and it's replayable. And plus I have that artifact, so yeah, it's just better. Like I said, this is a really good starter card, even though it's been betraying me on this run. You know, you'll just have to take my word on it, that it'll be good, trust me. Just wait and see. Just you wait and see. Are my stewards worse than the spears? They certainly will be if I end up finding a sketches. If I find a sketches, they're definitely worse. I think it's okay to get rid of them. Alright, we don't really have any perma-scaling to farm this guy with, but that's fine. We may definitely want to set up... we're just going to do what we've been doing the whole time. Man, this is a tough trial, though. 54 pyre health. These guys would devastate my pyre if they came up with full health. And they'll, you know, this might as well read full health. It's not like I don't know why... I did actually bring this one up to them. I don't know why they thought of this threshold, because all of the mid-game tanks, which is where this Heaven Seal's 150 threshold is, are like pretty much at 150 health, so it's like you might as well just say full heal. Just a minor thing, I guess. But yeah, I don't know. Do I take this Heaven Seal? It's pretty risky. I mean, I can still bottom deck the stuff. I don't know though. There's so many backliners, and my Orechi will almost certainly kill these things. I think we're fine. I think we're fine. Do I go top against this boss here? Am I going to be fine doing that? I do have a multi-striking Siren of the Sea. I'm going to have a lot of procs. I feel like with Heaven Seal, that's the main threat here, not the boss. So I think we definitely set up top here. And, yeah, do that. Alright, we got that guy. Beautiful. We'll just put him down right now. I'll give you this to start with. Could have also played the Ember, but I don't want to take any chances. Alright, sweet. We start with this. And let's just feed this guy some stats, why don't we? So I do want to redraw. I want to have a good redraw. Alright, you can have that. Mind of their own. Not really useful to me. It's okay. Reanimate. Pseudo removal. Vengeful shard. Secret ingredient. I don't think I'll need both of these, so I could just greed this out, I think. I only need to place so many up here. Alright, play another one, I guess. Alright, that's dead. Let's play just one down here, should do it, right? I think we're still fucking finding spikes more than reanimate. Or I guess they're equal here, but yeah, 4 and 4. It's still the odds have not been in my favor, but that's okay. So far, Mystery Box has not giveth anything goodeth, but that's okay. You know, this can be good in the right deck. It's not the right deck though. I think now that we've got the collector, it's probably in our interest to just move this guy up. I also don't care about sapping this floor. You know, my damage is from unstable, so sap away. Sap to your heart's content. Reanimate. Another thing I like about Lazarus, it's like I really don't care about my attack damage on most runs. Spikes or unstable is how I'm going to kill things. Or both. That was nice. That was all Orechi right there. I mean, it's nice that we get to save the stacks there, I guess. Alright, we do have Reanimate Boss. Just thinking if I can greed this out. I'm pretty sure I can. And we could do this. It kills him. It means I don't get any Boiler Room Ember for next turn. It is some anti-synergy, I guess, with the Siren Song. We're getting good reanimate stacks now. I don't know. Do I want to Siren Song this and preserve reanimate stacks at the cost of Ember? I don't really need much Ember for the next turn. I think I would actually want to just preserve these stacks. And I guess we'll just give ourselves some lifesteal, won't we? Yeah, as expected, we definitely don't want to play Titan's Grat. That could discard the amazing card we've built up here. You know, let me think. I may want to keep both of them alive for this fight. I mean, he's going to have a lot of stacks. Yeah, I'm multi-striking. But, like, I may want... And I will apply Unstable to him, so he's dying, like, twice every time. I think we're fine. I think we're fine. I was going to say, though, I could have the option to just play this now and then try to stack a few on the back guy. Because he'll be dead next turn if I don't. But, yeah, I guess we'll just do this. I don't think that saved me anything, but whatever. If anything, it limited my Ember for next turn, but yeah, what are you going to do? Alright, we are going to have to do our stuff here. But let's get as many as we can first. Stacks, that is. You know, I did say we were doing well on the reanimate, but as I look at this, I'm like, wait. Not really. It's just like we're kind of middle of the road, but whatever. I may not want to be sapping myself that much, but I think we're going to be fine. Yeah, he's already dead. Okay, we can just let it happen. I haven't actually used Replicator Ray yet. So maybe Mixology. I mean, Mixology is just always solid, and it obviously fits into what we want to do. My only hesitation with Mixology is I don't know if I'm hitting this Merchant of Magic. I guess I am. I mean, I do probably need that Pyre Health, and I do want to hit a Merchant of Magic, and the Vortex is obviously good. This Steel sucks, and I don't want to hit that Steel. So actually I am going to hit the Merchant of Magic, which does make me probably just want the Mixology. And these suck. Ice Tornado became a uncommon. It was already bad as a common. So bad. This card sucks. They need to redo that. I've suggested that they redo it into a room card. I don't know if I'll ever get my way on that one, but that's my suggestion for that one. We're going to go left here and get the health, and we got a lot of money to search for trinkets. We got an Empyrean well otherwise. Alright, Hair of the Hybrid would just give us 5 rage because, you know, we're just equipping our Siren and our Orechi most times. Cuddlebeard doesn't really do anything. Breath of Heaven sucks. That's a roll and a half. Okay, Sigilled Seaweed's really good. That actually completely solves entropy, and it really destroys the spike scale. That's happening, and the housing doesn't really do anything for us because we already have 3 slots taken. But definitely taking the seaweed, that's a really good hit there. Obviously it functions a bit different from Monster Train 1. It was already a fine card there, but you know, it's pretty good now too. Honestly, I'm still kind of feeling the secret ingredient. I would do the mixology, but it's not at vanilla. The other option is just get the Forevermore Serum or get another one of these units. I mean, Spike's Kill is a lot less threatening to me now that one of them won't even stack. Or the bottom won't even stack. Entropy's not so threatening either. Because the silencers, if they're silent, or if they're muted, they don't actually silence you. I think it's secret ingredient still. See, I've duped my starter card twice now. It's pretty good. Pretty good card. Purge. And I can't play the Hulking Mask out like comfortably, and I really don't think I'm going to be able to use it, so I think I actually just take that out. There was the Monstrosity artifact, but it's pretty bad. It is technically a monstrosity, though, the Hulking Mass. I keep saying mask. I don't know why. It's a mass. Might do a mid-floor setup. I know they're muted, but yeah, I think mid-floor. Mid-floor makes sense. Just put you, or I guess put that one. I don't know. I'm still not really. I have no desire to stack this unit. I'm still just stacking these. Might as well get that going. I mean, I can. I think I can take this floor out with just Orechi if I bottom deck my dudes, so that'll be fine. I also should just Siren Song that. Alright, we're getting Reanimate this time. That's nice. Hope I can get my Overwork Assistant to actually make use of it, though. Alright, we do. Nice. Kind of sucks that I Helveted that card twice and added a Mixology and couldn't draw any, not a single mix this turn, but that's okay. At least we drew the Overwork Assistant at the end of the day. That's all we really cared about. Oh, and these guys get screwed by the Seaweed as well, so that's nice. Alright, we got a good good card there. Do I want to replicate or Ray? Not really. Maybe I should. I've been putting the potion kit on the Siren first just because I feel like I get a little bit more out of the 8 attack, but since I'm multi-striking, but maybe I should be putting on Orechi because this would be a much better turn Like, I don't gain that much by doing this, for example. I kind of just want to keep the potion kit. We can, I mean, replicate array, it just doesn't always have to be something that you use, right? It's nice to have, but I don't have to force using it. It's there if I need it. Ooh, organ harvester. Well, I could just do that on the front guy. I don't really need to fly him around. And now I'm putting on him because he has a higher unstable. Now I can, you know, eventually replicate array that, and that's pretty good. Still no sense though in like playing my spikes out, because my spikes aren't going to kill anything because my unstable kills everything before they do. Bye-bye pincushion. Alright, so we're going to have to apply it here. Unless I want to fly the other guy forward. I think I still have to apply it there because I'm down to no stacks, so he'll just die anyway. I may not want to play this acid shower if I want more energy next turn, but maybe I don't care. Wow, I was going to say we were doing pretty good at getting reanimate stacks, and then it went and did this. Let's see, 9 to 33. That's like, yeah, that's like 11 fucking stacks of spikes compared to 9 reanimates. Still, I'm still getting screwed on RNG, but that's okay. Alright, this is probably not worth playing. Just going to put you up there, I guess. We can go back up top. Otherwise, he'll apply spikes to the other guy, which doesn't really matter, but... Alright, now we have a few options. I could replicate it now. I guess I will. I'll fish for green first. Okay, we didn't get it, of course. Now, if it's going to fuck me over that hard, maybe I wait on it. Is there any reason to wait on it? I might as well play it because it consumes. I'm not getting anything out of the thing anyway. And then we just stay in green. So I'm really not getting necessarily any value there. I guess we'll flying kill. Yeah, so maybe that's okay. I suppose that's okay. Alright. I mean, flying kill is certainly one way to deal with things. Okay, the other electricity chamber, I honestly think it's win more. You know, the 8 spikes. I think I technically get 16 spikes because I have dualism, but I don't know. I'm not lacking of damage. What I'm lacking is drawing my stuff when I need to, and stacking reanimate is really what I need because I'm getting enough unstable to deal with everything. So I don't think I want it. And if I don't want that, I don't want the other things either. Yeah, it's just a skip. And we'll go draw. We definitely want the draw here. Going left. We're actually already at full power health, so that's nice. Alright, we got remove consume, which almost certainly goes here. I may have a new Hellvent target now. We can also, you know, make another... We could make another one of these secret ingredients, but when we have a mixology here, that's what we're going to do. And that might be the Hellvent target. That might be the Hellvent target. We definitely want the 3rd Power Spike Mad Scientist 3. Alright, so right now I have 4 ember to start with. That's 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then 5 for the boiler room. So I could get rid of a steward. And then get rid of a frozen lance. If I reroll here, it's just for -2 ember and consume. I don't think that's worth. Could pseudo remove another one of these is probably fine. Yeah, I think we're doing fine. Mark of Invasion should be fine. I've got Orechi for this. It is. I really hate when it's Savagery's Final Assault combined with the Mark of Invasion, though. This is like very hard not to take pyro damage. I'm not worried at all about this boss. You know, I can take him out top floor, no problem. But we may just not want to go top floor. The thing is, like, it's possible. I'm trying to think. I don't think Spell Shield. These dudes get Spell Shield. I don't think Unstable cares about Spell Shield. I also can set up mid anyway because I have Sigiled Seaweed, so these guys don't actually damage my pyre until the mid floor. I think we're okay to do this. I will do mid-floor setup. Is that true? May want to backline Siren here because it's a lot of damage. It's 12 times 5. It's actually enough to kill Orechi. I'd rather Orechi live. Alright. Alright, we did not find Overwork Assistant, so we want to search for blue. Alright, found blue. Just in case this doesn't work how I think. Okay, it does work fine. So Unstable does just kill them, so that's absolutely fine. And they're all dying too. I could have just seen that from that, but that's okay. Is there any way I can keep her alive? Do I care to keep her alive? I don't know. I don't know the answer to these questions. Well, I could blow the reanimate right now if I want to keep her alive. Do I really need that damage? I might. If I don't get Overwork Assistant, then I do at least need this floor to stay alive. I'm probably going to have to play the Overwork Assistance up top to finish this floor off, but at least this floor can like stick around to eat up the eventual dudes that, you know, hurt my pyre. I think we keep her alive. I forgot also the spikes actually made it so she only got hit once. So that was beautiful. Put one in front. Put you there. I know I got the spikes and the siren, but it's already hitting that, so it's fine. So in the name of Replicator Ray, I'm going to do this first this time. Alright, we're going to try to... I actually do want this here instead of green. I do want to root this guy. Perfect. I only need one root though. We're almost certainly going to demolish this guy eventually here. Drain, not the best loot box card, given what I'm trying to do here, but that's okay. Siren Song, also not the greatest to draw here, but we're fine. We're just not going to play these. Alright, we got our mixology here, which is nice. We're going to be mixing a lot there. I just got back from Vegas, so I'm right at home. Scrap for parts. That is a card I actually would take, because it's a great way to get my overworked assistant out. But we're very unlikely to find it at this point. It's a rare. I'm playing a little fast. I may accidentally skip some reanimates here and there. So my bad if that happens. We're just like so good at this point though, right? This is what these runs often devolve into. I could just kill one of these to get rid of it since it's a consume card. I don't need the second overworked assistant. The one will be good enough. I also don't need the flying ability on it. Although, might as well just put it up here. Pincushion probably does not get removed from the deck, so they actually have the same amount of unstable, but either way, just on principle, I'll put it on the front guy. I don't know that we want to be playing this Gifts Regard when we have this many good cards in the draw pile. We can actually finally play that card though. Glacial Seal. Alright, we'll give some rage to our Siren of the Sea. I guess we'll mainly give damage shield to them. I should, a little bit of a mistake there. I got away with it, but I should not have done with the other mixology card. Should not have done that before fishing for green, but we got green anyway, so it's fine. Basically, I gave myself less of a chance to find reanimate by doing that. Let's do this. All right, Rex is going to be absolutely pwned. Doesn't even get to use his resolve anyway because his shield. See, even if we didn't have that, we've got the Horrify, so he's covered, as we like to say, 7 ways from Sunday. Probably have forgot to use my ability here for several turns. That's just like standard crap. Don't even think we need to play anything here. Yeah, we don't, but we will, because why not? Oh yeah, and then we'll just do that. All right. Don't think we need any of these. Yeah, we don't need them. They're good cards, but we don't need them. These, on the other hand, are not good cards, and we don't need them. I mean, Frenzied Swarm is technically a good card, but not with Lazarus when you're trying to hold, mix cards. And I still don't know what's up with Ice Tornado. I don't get why people like it either. Like, I feel like I've brought up that one sucking, and like people are like, oh no, it's okay. And I'm just like, how? It fucking sucks. But whatever. Some fights I just can't win. There's our other second chance here at Hall of Mirrors. I still don't think I like it. Lightstone Casing, well, that's not useful at this point. Same with the Pyre Stone, I guess. I mean, I do have the Merchant Arms here, and I could make another thing deployable. I don't even know what I would want to dig for here. I don't really care about Organ Harvester. It'd be okay, but I think I just want to deploy the potion kit just to get. If I have all this money, I need to do something with it. But I don't think I reroll because I'm just thinking through all my options here, and I don't think anything's really useful to me that I don't already have. A boiler room I care about. I cannot actually find another potion. It is one weird thing about these. So the potion kit, you'll see the rarity is a common with the white mark there. Can't actually find it at these. You can only find uncommons and rares at the Merchant of Arms. It's not really spelled out, but that is how it works. So I know I can't find another potion kit, which would be the only thing that I would want to find, I think. So if I can't find that, and there's no rooms that are really that good for me, then I may as well not spend $75 on that. Probably just end up removing a lot of cards. I think I'll take this though, even though I'm gonna waste 2 of that ember. It is what it is. We'll just make one of these deployable. Could also try to merge it with something, but again, it's just not like that useful to me. Okay, this is always a good late game card because it pretty much always plays when you have the Vengeful Shards. So we'll take that. Lost Luggage will help us a little bit with digging, so we might as well take it. And I don't think we take the Deepwood Oil. So now we just make, I think, 2 removals we're able to do. And that's fine. We'll get rid of the Frozen Lance. And Replicator Ray? I don't know. Am I really using it? I think I'll keep it. You never know when you might need it. I don't really need to remove anything more. I guess Energy Siphon. It's an incant, but whatever. And then Hellvent, I think on Mixology? I don't know, the Forevermore Serum's nice. Also, just getting another Overwork Assistant, helping me not bottom deck it. I mean, it's pretty hard for me to bottom deck it. I'm drawing 10 at the start, along with playing out 5 of my cards. So I have 22 cards. Then I'm down to 12 cards guaranteed. So they have to be in the bottom 12 of mine to not even top deck them. And I'm drawing 7. I mean, it is possible. Worst case, it's turn 3 that I find them. Hellventing them doesn't change that. It could still technically happen. It just makes it much more incredibly unlikely for me to not find them in the opener. Because I feel like I have enough mix and, the Forevermore Serum. I feel like even if I bottom deck these Overwork Assistants, having full Orechi incant is good enough. So I don't think I need to Hellvent the Assistant. I kind of want to just get the Forevermore Serum Hellvented. maybe mixology. Yeah, probably mixology. It's a little tedious. Like now I'm mixing quite a lot, so it's like maybe not the best viewing experience, but whatever. It's at least I got to show you some of what mix is. It's from run to run it can be different, but this is pretty common for me to just fish for reanimate. Doesn't always have to be on some, you know, I think on my other recording it also was Overworked Assistant. I mean, I really like Overworked Assistant, but it's not always on Overworked Assistant. A lot of times it's just on Orechi itself. Like if I go the, you know, the whatchamacallit path, the, what am I trying to say? If I go the reanimator path, often I'll just be stacking incant on Orechi itself and then maybe getting some reanimate. I'm like starting to lose my mind, so I'm just gonna play. So the mute makes bottom floor fine. We got this guy already. What do we want to do here? I want to probably just not take damage. I mean, I can totally take this damage, and that's fine. It's not too big of a deal. Let's maybe start with this. Okay. Just gonna play this on my own guy, I guess. Alright, now that we got green, we can do the this mixology guy. Greed out my health or what? I mean, this floor is not very threatening. And I don't even really care about incanting them. Probably potion kit over the mixology. Just so I get it out. Yeah, makes sense. Alright, so this is the, I'll just, normally, just to illustrate it here, normally this guy would silence you, so you could get, you'd make this play, but then you'd be screwed because you can't actually use your ability to fly. But because he's muted, I can still do this. So, just thought I would illustrate that there. Let's see, I don't have enough mana to, so this is from the box. I still probably just want to play it. Pretty straightforward game plan from here. In a lot of ways, the main intricacies of mix happen more in the first few rings. You know, they still can happen, but I'm like high rolling here with my dualism, overwork assistance, and Orechi, so it's like, oh, you know what? I am missing out right now. So I forgot. Okay. Let's stack that. I should try to actually. This is one of those rare cases where I should actually try to get blue and mix it additional. So the spell damage is only what, 4, so I do need to hit it twice. Let's hit the mixology then. We didn't hit it. Got it there. I only need one more. Alright, there. So, I fucked up a little bit there. I need to kill this silencer guy so that I keep getting my, I do want to keep, you know, getting my unstable stacks. So, we'll go ahead and do that. This actually works out because I do want to play this, and since I don't have a, you know, card in hand. By the way, this guy buffs the damage in every floor. That's something you want to keep in mind normally, but we don't care here. Yeah, let's just do this. It's again one of the biggest things I love about Lazarus is I really just don't have to care what the enemy is doing. Like, oh, you're incanting your guys to 500 attack, whatever. That's cool. I'm not worried about it. Are you worried about it? I'm not worried about it. Maybe it wasn't my best video though to do like a proper mix guide. Maybe I can still do something like that because there's other stuff to it. You know, I didn't dig purple nearly as much as I normally do. For example, purple is very useful as a one-off tech to stop some of these tanks, but these tanks are just melting to me, so there's no real need for it here. Let's just throw you away, why don't we? That's a pretty good use of that. Offering token, actually very good in Monster Train 2, by the way, if you didn't already factor that in. Oh, I forgot to say, spoiler alert, the original clans are in the game. Hopefully I didn't ruin that one for everybody. I thought maybe by now everybody kind of knows, but my bad if not. I actually should have just offering token that, but whatever. No biggie. We should actually... Alright, let's get this mixology out of the way. Let's also do this while we have it. So I should kill that guy. We've got that. Nice, and we got that. No flying kill, huh? I wonder if there's anything we can do about that. Let's do that, actually. I don't think there's any way I'm going to be able to get a flying kill. He's just got so much health. It's like, yeah, 7,300. Not going to get there. What I could try to do, I should have been doing it, if I really cared about the flying kill, I would probably not want to hold on to one card like I've been doing and just spam the incants more. But it's probably a little late for that. I don't think I can get up to the 4,000 damage with it. Yeah, you can kind of see it's like it goes up about, well, I don't know, 100 per. Maybe I could have got there, but it's definitely too late now, right? Oops, that was not the card I thought it was. Yeah, risky operation. We're still fine, but yeah. I guess I could get the flying kill here. Alright, let's do this. We can do this. I have a plan. We are gonna spam this guy as much as we can. should have damaged myself. Whoops. Okay, we can actually... Okay. No, that actually doesn't do anything. I feel like my damage somehow went down there. Damn it. I should have actually just used all my energy there. I don't know what I was doing there. Damn. Well, we almost... Look how close we were to the flying kill. Even with my misplays, we almost got there. Do I have anything else I can do? Oh, here we go. Here we go. Wait for it. Ugh. Well, that's disappointing. Well, I got you to 11 health, so whatever. Just die. Not my best moment. I'm running on fumes here, so my apologies. I don't know that there's much, you know, some of these runs, it's, you build the broken thing. That's how you play Monster Train, right? You gotta do the broken thing, and we did the broken thing, and things are easy now. I could really set up anywhere on this turn, or on this fight, but I think just heuristically we'll go mid. Do I have offering token in hand? I don't, so we'll play that first. We got our dude here. We're still going to play it in front here. We'll definitely play that. Let's see. I don't know why I played a shard there. I already procced the Ember Staff. For this fight, might as well sap if we're not going to get green. I wanted to get more sap. Basically, I'm just doing this to min-max the score. At 120 health, it really doesn't matter, but, you know, we'll greed out the extra score here, I guess, just to do it. Alright, we got our green. We are good to go. Definitely should not have played that other Vengeful Shard, though. I'm mixing out on one of, or mixing out on one of my mixologies, because it was spell chained. But that's fine. Take it. Mind of our own. If I do this, it does mean he dies slower. But that's maybe fine, because it's going to take me a while to kill this guy anyway. I didn't find the other dude in time to really get like the super fast damage that I would have needed. Oh, I fucked up. 1 second. Reanimate 6. Yeah. I should have probably... Is it that important that I do this? It's probably okay. It's probably okay that I do it. Alright, we don't need to pop our reanimate yet. Okay, you go here. Put you there. Might as well do this, actually. We don't really care much there. Alright, we do need to play it. Just break the... might as well just still... You can't hear anyway, right? Oh, that was bad. That was bad. Boiler room, my beloved. Well, yeah, there's no way about that. That was a misplay, but whatever. I still actually have 7 ember from my own units dying a bunch, so it's actually fine. It's a misplay, but it's not really. I already played one of them, right? Yeah, I already played one, so I can discard this one. We're at 8. Do I want to do this? Probably not. Probably just mix. Alright, just do this to accelerate the damage up there. Still need to go green. If I wanted, I could chase this guy around with my flying. He stays though, so he's not damaging me anyway. Give you one of those. Guess we'll give him another one of those. Need to use my one there too. In some ways, spikes might be better than reanimate at this point, just to get more damage. Still probably no point in flying off the floor yet. Alright, well this guy is dead next turn. We need to probably switch over to purple then. We got our first Pyrolite. Alright, so let's just play this now. They're dead. It's fine to incant this floor still, I guess. But yeah, we'll go for purple now. And get as many melee weaknesses as we can. And we'll settle for sap otherwise. Alright, how do you like it? 840, almost. Does that work? I figured it wouldn't, but it's worth a shot. Alright, GG. So, yeah, I mean, Orechi was useful, but kind of took a back seat when our favorite unit, Overwork Assistant, took over. I mean, I'm not going to not take the unit, but maybe one of these times I can do a recording without using that unit as my primary source. You know, a lot of times I'm just using, like, Unstable Explosion or whatever it's called, the common 2-cost card, and just hitting Orechi with it and then stacking Reanimate, and usually that's good enough anyway. Apparently I got a new record with the Unstable applied. I would have thought I've gotten more, but maybe because I was duping Orechi, which I usually maybe won't do. Maybe that's why I got it there. Anyway, though, that was a fun one. You can have your way with that one. Pretty long. Hopefully I showed you at least a little another way to make this clan work. It is my favorite clan. I'm finding it's really hard to do recordings for them though, because there's just too much to talk about. When really I need to autopilot at a certain point. Like toward the end, you can see how it's like I can't talk out everything when I have to mix 50 times in a turn. But I think you get the picture, right? If I at least showed instances on this run of using each of the 4 colors to some degree. We even saw blue, which I usually don't use blue. but there was some times where I actually did even want to use the extra blues. So, we got through it. As always, thanks for watching, and until next time, peace.